What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, hit that like button. If you're not on Rumble, go to Rumble and then hit the like button. Chances are we'll hit that front page because you guys are fantastic. We're going to read through the schedule really quick. Then we'll go ahead and flip through all the chats, make sure everything's running smoothly. Go ahead and get things started. First, I want to remind you guys, if you would like to join the website, right now is the time to do it. Click that link at the top of the link tree and register for your free week with no strings attached. That way you can watch today's live on the website and get the full experience on your very first day. Be starting off with a video titled, Elon Musk has been very smart about EV market, says auto experts. Apparently, electric vehicles can only charge at their designated charging stations. I didn't even know that. I thought you could take a Ford and go plug it into a Tesla charging station and charge your little battery-powered car. Apparently, that's not how it works. You have to find your own brand of charger. I was like, holy shit, electric cars are dumber than I thought they were. Then we got a video titled, Fire Chiefs Warn Public About Lithium-ion Battery Fires, because that's a growing issue as more people go and buy these dangerous battery-powered nonsense devices. That's really what they are, is devices. Then we got a video titled Hot Spots for Abuse. Librarians face uptick in traumatic encounters, which is kind of weird. You would think that drug addicts and homeless people who don't enjoy reading would stay the fuck away from libraries, but nope, that's not how things work around here. Then we got a video titled Supreme Court Rules Colorado Must Keep Trump on the Ballot. Oh man, they're blowing fucking tampons and mampons out of all their greasy little holes today. I tell you what. Then we're going to be covering a replay of the live earlier from President Trump giving remarks at Mar-a-Lago, talking about what happened with the Supreme Court ruling and all of that. That video is 16 minutes long, but there was no part to cut out. We had to capture the whole speech. With that being said, we are not going to cover President Trump later. He is supposed to be live around 7:15 p.m. It's titled Super Tuesday Preview Special with President Trump at Mar-a-Lago. It's with Right Side Broadcasting. I assume it's going to be a lot of what we're already going to hear in this 16-minute speech. So we're not going to cover that later. Plus, I have some stuff I have to do after the live today. Then we have a video titled Guardsman Admits to Leaking Government Secrets. This is a follow-up video to some dumbass who was trying to act all cool on Discord and leak government secrets that he had access to because he's in the military. And instead of looking cool, he just looked really dumb, and now he's going to face like 16 years in prison or something like that. It's coming up. Then our last news video of the day. This title is very complicated, but it's basically a police interaction with a non-white person. It's titled Investigation into Arrest of Philly LGBTQXYZ and some more acronym letters. Affairs Executive Director. Like I said, that title eats shit hardcore. It's mostly a video of a white cop leaning on a black dude and nobody's having a good time. That's basic. It's not quite George Floyd, but it's something, and I figure we'll look at that. Then we'll move on to our funny video of the day that is titled When You Are Your Own Peer Pressure. It's coming up. First, we got to read through the chat, make sure you guys are doing good. I ain't seen you since Saturday, so let me know how you're doing, and we'll go ahead and get this stuff started. What is up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Raja? What's up, Astral Hammer? What's up, Annette? What's up, Hair Juicer? What's up, Matt? What's up, Donna Sparks? What's up, Tin Man? What's up, Cassandra? Happy freedom, you hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being on the website. What is up, everyone over on Rumble? Cody, you were first today. I appreciate you racing to the chat. You're awesome. Astral Hammer, you are omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Mr. B New? What's up, Snooks? What's up, Stoner? What's up, Az Russell? What's up, Pumpkin? What's up, Courtly? What's up, Mad Marv? What's up, MU? What's up, Serum? What's up, Puffin' Stuff? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Elder Zoomer? Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Reading through. What's up, Proud American? What's up, RK? What's up, Mick Beefy? Happy freedom. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. What's up, Zupia? What's up, Mama Rammer? What's up, Sly Dog? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What is up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Shannon? Tough day. I need some laughs. Well, we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. What is up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Master Meatball? What's up, Tony? What's up, Kirk Allen? What's up, Starn? What's up, Deep South Jody? Happy freedom. Appreciate all of you guys being here on the live. And what is up, everyone over on CommieTube? What's up, Betsy? What's up, Jerry? What's up, Mike Drop? What's up, Renee? What's up, Undecided? Happy Freedom. I ain't seen you in a while. It's been a while, Rachel. Let's see. What's up, Dances? Happy Freedom. What's up, Jigs? What's up, H? Triple H? Make sure I got everyone. What's up, Melba? What's up, Acid Rain? And what's up, Christine? Happy Freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate all of you guys being here. All right, let's get this started. Something I was going to say. Oh, well, we don't have to get into it now, but tomorrow may be weird with the live. You guys know I went to the Subaru dealership the other day, and I was awarded $5,800 in repairs that I need done to my car. Now, hopefully I don't have to pay $5,800, but I need a little bit of everything fixed, apparently. And I got to take my car to the shop tomorrow. And I am scared to death of what they're going to tell me, because I got to pay taxes too soon coming up as well. So I am like hardcore stressing about this stuff. It may interfere with the live tomorrow. I don't know yet. I'm supposed to be there at 9 a.m. We'll see how long they want to keep me. And before you guys ask me all the stuff, I'll just list what we got here. I need to replace the TCM, and that is why my car is having all-wheel drive issues. That's $1,000 repair. Air filter needs to be repaired. Valve cover needs to be repaired. Steering rack needs to be repaired. That together is $2,200. Muffler rattling doesn't necessarily need to get repaired, I don't think, but that's $500. And let's see, evap leak, $200. And to fix the dragging brakes, $100. And there's oil coming out of the timing cover, and that's $300. So anyways, comes up to about $5,800. Hopefully the shop can get me a deal. Otherwise I'll have to sell my giant cat or something to try and fix the Subaru. I don't want to have to do that, but yeah, so I'm stressing about that. So you see me unhappy, you know why. Anyways, we're gonna get started here with this first video. I still feel like I'm forgetting something. We need some Scream and Go. This first video is titled Elon Musk has been very smart about EV market, says the auto experts. We're going to talk about how electric cars are actually dumb cars. Gas powered cars are smart cars. The world we live in. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys. That's what I was forgetting. I made those shirts. Remember all last week I was telling you I was going to make shirts? I did that. I did the thing there. Yeah, did that. This guy. So now you can get it black and white. You can get it with the red stripes, you can get it with the blue stripes, and we got a little bit of everything. We have tons of items in these designs, so definitely go check it out. I will drop the merch store link in all of the chats as we're watching this first video. So let's get her started. Do I got the date right? I do. Look at that. I'm kicking ass today. Let's get it.
All right, this could be a significant development in EV truths when it comes to chargers. Apparently, right now, we are learning that Tesla is open to seeing its chargers in the United States, to Ford and a whole bunch of other competitive vehicles here. This should set a common standard here down the road that might make it easier for people who are leery about purchasing different types of EVs, fearing that there are some charging stations where you can go and some where you can't. Anyway, when I have questions about this sort of stuff, I go to Lauren Fix, the automotive expert, the Car Coach Report's founder. Lauren, how big a deal could this be if people find commonality on where they can charge their vehicles, their EVs?
Well, this could be huge. I mean, the Tesla charging system has been the best that's out there. And what's interesting is if you look at Europe, they've been having no charging issues at all because everything's on the same plug. But here in the US, if you purchase a Tesla, the access was to their charging stations. And that was fabulous for those that purchased Teslas. And then everybody else got on board and we had Electrify America and everyone else, but there weren't enough charging stations. So Tesla made a deal with Ford at first. Now General Motors, Stellantis, Hyundai, and so forth down the road. Everybody's jumping on board. And Ford is the first to have access through their Mach-E and their Lightning F-150 truck to charge at a Tesla charging station, which is really good because one of the biggest issues is finding reliable charging, and this may solve some people's problems.
So Tesla has the most charges, right? So that makes it easier there. These other competitive systems, they have their own charging systems, own networks. How much of a game changer would that be for them if those people can go to the Tesla charging stations?
Well, you have to remember that a lot of the charging stations, they come different ways. You can get the level 2 charging, which is going to take sort of about the same as it would at home, and the fast charging, which Tesla has planned for their people. That was originally that they sold that as part of the car. You bought the car, you got free charging. That's all changed. And now they're building even more charging stations that are Tesla only. So again, very smart. Elon Musk is very smart about his marketing. And he's going to say, hey, if you buy a Tesla, you're not going to get cut out of having a charging space. You can use my supercharging system exclusively for certain charging stations. But this is really good for all the charging companies, because one of the biggest problems consumers are finding with electric vehicles is they love the cars. The cars are spectacular. The problem is the charging. Either you charge at home, if that's a possibility. Not good if you've got a rental or you live in an apartment. But this will allow people to charge on other people's networks. However, the big dilemma is you go to a charging station and you've got another brand there and you're a Tesla owner and you can't charge. So Teslas charge at a much faster rate. All the other vehicles that pull in and charge will charge at a level 2. So it just offers more places to plug in and be charging. So that no one really talks about.
All right. No, I'm glad you did. I learned something all the time. Lauren, thank you again. Great catching up with you. Lauren Fix on that.
Well, like I said, they're even dumber than we thought they were. You know, not only will it catch on fire and burn your house down and potentially your neighbors' houses and shit, and the fire department can't even put the fires out. You can't even charge the damn car at any charging station. You have to go to your designated charging station. If you were where I live, you'd be on the side of the road most of the time. There's no charging stations where I live. Like, there's like 100 miles in between all of them. So hopefully your little battery powered car can make it that far. I don't know. That stuff is stupid. And then on top of that, I already can't stand how long it takes to gas my car up. That whole 5 minutes it takes to pump the gas, I already hate that. You should see me when I go to print the receipt and they didn't put the fucking paper in the pump and I got to walk inside and go stand in line when I decided to pay at the pump. Pissed off. I can't stand the 5 minutes it takes to gas my car up. Could you imagine sitting there for 30 minutes or an hour or even 20 minutes, however long it takes? There's no way I'd be in the middle of doing something and be like, oh, fuck, I got to refuel the car. Let's go park and sit on my ass for a half hour. No, I got too much shit to do in a day. I couldn't be doing that. There's no way. They need to improve it. And I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was Toyota. It's supposed to be coming out with new batteries for these cars that are supposed to cut that time in half. It's supposed to be better. They're just supposed to be better all the way around. Last twice as long, take half as time to charge up and whatnot. But even so, you get a fender bender, car's totaled. That means you can't drive that bitch anywhere where there's snow. You come to Michigan, 2 years, your car's trash. Doesn't matter. The winter will eat it here. This is the wasteland out here. Teslas will never make it out here. You got 1 year in a Tesla. Because as soon as you hit a snowbank or some asshole slides into you, you're done. Unless you can afford a $45,000 repair, they're going to total out your car. And you're going to have to buy a brand new car. Nah. We're not ready for electric cars, or electric cars ain't ready for us. However, that needs to be said, but I don't think this is the way. Maybe in the future it'll be fine. But right now, that's hella inconvenient when we already have something that works better. Like, why deal with the inconveniences if you could just get a gas-powered car and be good to go? Like, everything's cheaper, everything makes more sense. There's literally no reason to get an EV unless you just want to, which is your choice. But to convince everyone that this is a better option, it's not. It's just simply not. It's not better for the environment. It's not better for your wallet. It's not better for your kids, your family, your house, your neighbors. I mean, you can go on and on and on. It is just simply not better. It's a gimmick. That's all it is. It's a gimmick. And it's fine if that's what you like, but it's not better than what we have already. Maybe it will be in the future, but as of right now, no. Gas-powered cars are better. It's just all there is to it. Next up, we got fire chiefs warn public about lithium-ion battery fires because they can't put them out. So you gotta be prepared to die in a lithium-ion fire because they're not gonna be able to come save you. It's coming up next, but first we're gonna read through the chat, see what you hooligans think about how dumb EVs are. Let's see. And that one guy had to sit and wait for 8 hours and then comes to find out the charger was malfunctioning. No way. There is no way. I was not given the patience to deal with something like that. I'd be freaking out. Like, man, did you see that asshole kicking his car door in at the Tesla stop? He's like, yeah, he's wearing a Jeff Max shirt. I'm like, yeah, I got anger issues. Let's see. 10 man, if I can't work on it, I don't want it. Shit, the tow truck people can't even tow a Tesla. When the battery dies, all 4 wheels lock up. You can't even tow it. They got to drag it up onto a flatbed if they can find a place to even hook onto, because there's nothing underneath. It's all blocked off. So once they drag it up the ramp of the flatbed, then they got to haul your battery-powered piece of shit to a shop. Like, it's got to go to a dealer pretty much, because nobody else can even work on it. So, yeah. Like I said, it just simply doesn't make sense. It is just gimmicky. It's just gimmicky. And it's fine if that's what you choose, but there's no way that they can convince anybody that that's better than anything. Yes, we see your flashy new toy. No, it's not better than even a Ford. Okay. Even a Ford is better than this. So, come on, man. Let's see. Hair juicer, imagine how aggressive bums will be knowing that you're tied up for 30 minutes. Yeah, instead of hanging out at libraries, they should be hanging out at Tesla stations, because then they could just wait for you to pull up. They know you're going to be vulnerable for 20 to 30 minutes. They can hold you at gunpoint, empty your pockets, go through your vehicle, and take all your nickels and dimes. Maybe rob your boyfriend, you know. Things like that. You know, I'm surprised they're not hanging out there. Hopefully I'm not giving them ideas. Poor EV people, they'll be stranded there. They'll just be considered they'll be EV, all right. They'll be electrically vulnerable. They'll be EV more than they realized. Let's see. 10 man, the way that they resolve that problem, don't buy an EV. Problem solved. Yeah, exactly. Astro Hammer, can't wait until we're all in rush hour inside of our automated EV flying vehicles and we get hit with the EMP. Yeah, it'll just knock everything out. Cassandra, those Tesla charging stations have very tight parking spots. I would think that an F-150 would not fit in a Tesla charging station parking spot. I didn't even think about that. Like I said, we don't have a lot of charging stations here. There is some at Meijer, which if you don't live in Michigan, you probably don't know what Meijer is, but it's kind of like Walmart. Those are the only ones where I know they're there. Otherwise, you gotta go to Muskegon, and that's like 100 miles away. It's no good. Tell you, man, ain't nothing free. Well, that's true. That is true. Matt, it's all about the shape of the plug. That's what she said. You just setting me up, Matt. You setting me up. Yep. What's up, Sam? Happy Freedom. What's up, Chrissy Star? Appreciate you hooligans joining us. People wait endlessly in ER rooms and now at the EV charging stations. Yeah, Astral Hammer, if the bums go hang out there, they'll be doing both. They'll be doing both that day. Let's see, Dabs. EVs are 99% petroleum based. Entire interior and most every component in the engine bay that holds liquids. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big, like I said, it's really gimmicky. It's a big giant plastic battery powered battery fire waiting to happen. That's what it is. Island, love my Hemi. Yep. Well, yeah, that's got the big power there. The EVs, they got good torque and all that stuff, but it's just everything else about them is trash. Mad Marv, drill, baby, drill. Yep. Normal times, gas prices are going up again. It's because it's getting nicer outside. And as soon as people start bitching, White House will be right back to, well, you can't blame old man Walter. He doesn't control the gas prices. Oh, really? Because when they went back down to $3, you guys were like, hey, where's my fucking pat on the back? Don't you see how low these gas prices are? I'm like, calm down. Calm down up there on Capitol Hill. You guys are a bunch of fucking liars. You don't have to be, but you choose to be. Elisa, I'm glad Klaus likes his charging station. Yeah, he's got wireless charging. Up there on Klaus Tower, looking down upon us. Not in a nasty way. Not like Putin or Kim Jong-un, but like Batman. He just stands up and he gets the airplane ears and it's like, da-na-na-na. Like, kicks right off. Let's see. Puffin stuff, EVs destroying the environment. They will be, because we don't have a way to properly dispose of them. They'll just be in a landfill somewhere, rotting our planet away. What's up, Rappy? Happy Freedom. Patriot Dad, gave myself some freedom playing hooky. Don't let them catch you, Patriot Dad. Don't let them get you. Era 16 Klaus is on his charging station. Yeah. He was going ham earlier. I'm glad he's laying down. He was driving me nuts a little while ago. What's up, Tam Tam? Happy Freedom. What's up, cash flow? The cold weather affects the EV vehicles. Yeah, their power drops like a third or something like that, and the battery won't hold a charge as well. Kind of like, I mean, you know, if you get outside and it's like 2 degrees outside, if you live in Arizona, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But anywhere else, if it's like 2 degrees outside, you ain't got a badass car battery, you go to start it, your car either won't start or it starts really hard because the cold really affects the battery. If your whole car runs off of a car battery, you better hope it don't get that cold outside. Your whole car would just be screwed. It'd just be screwed. There ain't gonna be anything you could do. I wonder if to implement the stuff that I know the newer Ford Explorers do it. I'm sure there's other vehicles that do it, but you can plug them in. Like, you can plug them into an outlet and it like keeps your car warm or whatever. So when you go to start your car, you don't need those cold crank amps. It'll just kick over. My dad used to have a Ford Explorer when I was younger, when I was in high school, and I'm pretty sure it had that ability. You could plug something into the front end into an outlet and it would keep the engine warm or something. I don't know what it did, but science and whatnot. All right, hooligans, we're going to move on to this next one. This is fire chiefs warn public about lithium-ion battery fires. This is kind of a follow-up. They're raising awareness, but they're also referencing a specific story where I want to say it's the story where the guy had the scooters in his house, the electric scooters, and then it just caught on fire and burned his house down. God, it's so terrible. If you've ever endured a house fire, it is terrible. It is terrible. I lost everything in a house fire once. Very traumatic. There's no way I'm buying an electric car. Anyways, let's get this rolling.
Seen all the fires in your social media feeds for sure. Lithium batteries bursting into flames without a warning, burning hot, burning fast. They're now the #1 cause of fires and fire deaths in New York, America's largest city, and the problem is now spreading across the country. Dre Clark joins us live from New York City. Dre, there have been more battery fires so far this year than all of 2019. Why?
Yeah, Marquis, good morning. Those lithium-ion battery fires are happening more frequently here in New York City and other places across the country because more and more people are beginning to use those e-bikes and scooters. They are cool, they're convenient, but they can also be catastrophic. Take a look behind me. You can still see the yellow tape and flowers marking a makeshift area here as a tribute to a 27-year-old man who was killed here in an apartment fire last month that was sparked by one of those lithium-ion batteries here. Now, this was the scene on the day of that fatal fire. Firefighters performing multiple daring rope rescues to get people out of this 6-story building. The fire marking the 31st time this year a malfunctioning lithium-ion battery sparked a fire, leaving close to 30 people injured so far this year. Now, last year, the FDNY says lithium-ion battery fires caused 270 fires, killing 18 people and injuring 150. Now, the FDNY has been running public service announcements warning people about the dangers of the batteries, especially those that are not certified. During the pandemic, sales of e-bikes and scooters skyrocketed, with delivery workers and messengers here in New York City buying them in bulk. Many of the deadliest fires have been caused by e-devices being in homes and apartments. FDNY Marshal Daniel Flynn recently talked to lawmakers on Capitol Hill about those deadly batteries. Take a listen.
The smoke from these devices is so toxic that if it reaches your apartment, you're immediately overcome by this toxic gas.
Now, fire chiefs around the country are also talking more about just how bad the situation is getting, with the batteries exploding more frequently and people losing their lives. They're asking for federal regulation that could impose some type of tougher safety standards on those batteries, because right now they say that the safety standards are really loose and it yields for cheap sales of the batteries, which are causing so many fires across the country. Now, here in New York City, there are more than 65,000 e-bikes on the street. Right now, City Council is trying to pass legislation that would require e-bike owners to register their vehicles with the state and also be required to have a license. They believe if that were the case, a lot less people might be interested in having those e-bikes here. But certainly here in New York City, it's becoming a big problem. In fact, one fire marshal calling it a public crisis. Marquis.
Yeah, we've seen those unexpected explosions, you know, from phones in people's pockets, vape devices, too. I think those numbers are higher than most people would even expect. Dre Clark, that's mind-bending. Thank you so much for the update. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to join.
Well, that's not how I want to go. I worry about that kind of stuff because I got a lot of electronics out here. So I come out here and I shut everything down because the last thing I want is to die in a fire. It's not how I want to go. I also don't want Klaus Daniels to go that way. I worry a lot about having a fire and stuff like that, electronics, what they're doing. There's no way. There's no way. Not until the risk really dies down. Because at this point, they have like a do not resuscitate kind of policy on electric vehicles. If they catch on fire, a lot of times they don't even try and fight the fire. It's a waste of resources. And it just damages everything around the car. They just let it burn out at this point. And when they're at like Tesla factories and all the cars are parked gridlock in a parking lot, it might take 5, 6, 7 cars with it if it catches on fire. I want to say we were covering a Ford parking lot where one of the trucks had caught on fire and then it burned all the vehicles around it too. And they had to just drag cars away to prevent it from spreading because the fire is so bad they can't even fight it. They got to just let it burn out. Yeah, this sounds like a great idea. Like, I don't know. I don't know who wants to die in a battery fire or lose their house, watch their kids die, have their animals die because they decided, oh, I need to go get me a gimmicky ass car. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good on that. Not for me. Not for me. I don't even trust my damn phone. Remember when the phones were catching on fire, the Samsungs and all that stuff? That was bad enough. Now you're going to drive inside something that's like your phone. It's just spontaneously going to catch on fire. Nah, I'm good on that. What they should do is they should sell those electric cars with like anti-fire covers. So you can just put the cover over your car. So when you got it parked in your garage, it may catch on fire, but it'll just be underneath the safety blanket. So it doesn't take everybody out with it. They should just do that. They should do that. I know all the liberal people would be like, man, do you see our cool ass fire retardant blankets that we got with our cool EVs? Be like, yeah, man, it's real cool. You know, they'd put logos on it, like rainbow flags and shit, and be like, oh, man, it's so cool. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Good job. Anyways, next up, we got hotspot for abuse. Librarians face uptick in traumatic encounters. But first, I'm going to remind you guys, if you would like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, go post all of your memes either on Gilded or jeffmaclive.com. Go on either platform, hop in the group chat. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Go ahead, drop what you got, and we'll shout you out as we're making Saturdays more fun. I'm going to pull up this next video and get her started. Look at this lady's face. She heard that Trump's going to win. 2024, she's like, all right, let's get it.
Elizabeth Pran joins us with more this morning. Elizabeth, what in the world is going on in our local libraries and what's being done to protect them?
Well, Marquis, you said it really well, not trained for. I want to emphasize on that because reports are emerging that there's this uptick of traumatic encounters in libraries in states such as Colorado and California and Oregon. You know, libraries are typically open, free spaces, right? Staff are now reporting the buildings are hotspots for homeless populations, for an uptick of migrants, for addicts. It's forcing librarians to navigate verbal abuse, racy situations, dangerous confrontations, and then people who are undergoing mental health crises.
We are seeing an uptick in incidents at all of our libraries, and it's a trend happening across the country. There were threats to staff and library property. There were damage to staff and library property multiple times, including incidents of things being set on fire.
You know, concerns became so widespread in Oakland that the library system reportedly hired a mediation consultant to address those safety concerns and low morale. Over the course of the year, the mediator, his name is Joseph Maurer, studied all 18 branches and interviewed at least 50 employees. And out of it, the internal report was published by an Oakland-based publication. It's called the Oakland Side. It revealed that staff feel really more unsafe than ever before. And some libraries were worse than others. But the mediator published these reports, and he said, quote, there is enormous pressure on staff. Quote, they feel the stress and the strain when handling volatile emergency situations brought into the library by mentally and emotionally unstable individuals. We reached out to several branch managers in Oakland, as well as the mediator of this report and library commission members. But local audits are revealing that these librarians are facing serious security threats. They're facing overdoses or suicides, things that they're certainly not trained for. We also reached out to the American Library Association for comment. They have on their website that they publicly denounce any violence or threats to any of their branches across the United States. Marquis?
Yeah, you brought up a good point that in recent years, libraries really seem to have become a transient location. Once a place of total refuge, you know, imagine working there day after day. Elizabeth, thank you so much. Really interesting thinking of our librarians this morning. Thanks for watching.
Pretty soon they'll be locking up the books. You know, like they show Walgreens out on the West Coast and everything's behind glass. Women can't buy makeup and you can't buy toothpaste and shit off the shelves because it's all behind glass because of the looters going in and taking whatever they want because somehow anything less than $950 or something around there is not a crime. It's a cry for help or some shit. I don't know what they do out on the West Coast. But it's gonna be the same way. It's gonna be the same way. You ain't gonna be able to check a book out because it'll be behind bulletproof glass because the assholes can't come in and behave themselves. You're gonna go to a lady at a desk behind bulletproof glass with the little holes in the plexiglass. Like, ma'am, I'd like to check out a book. Everybody's got masks on and shit. They're real scared. We gotta make those punches in the face great again. This is fucking stupid. This is so stupid. These people can't even read, and they're harassing people at a library. Go there and act like shitheads, homeless people, drug addicts, border crossers. They can't even fucking read. They're going to harass people at a library. Those people should be strapped. That's what they should be doing. Pretty sure a library is not a gun-free zone, but when you never read the gun-free zone signs, is any zone a gun-free zone? The criminals don't follow gun-free zones. I'm supposed to go there and get victimized? Nah, you ain't gonna kill me while I'm reading a book. I tell you, that ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna do nothing to nobody while I'm reading a book. Everybody at the library is safe. When I'm there, stupid problems, really stupid problems, and it's because we got soft-ass people. If people were doing what they're supposed to be doing, if there's a threat to your job, your house, your area, your well-being, normally you stand against the threat. You don't just go, please be soft-handed while you beat me to death. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't understand that. Instead of it being like, well, our library keeps getting attacked by homeless drug addict border crossers and we don't know what to do. Instead it would be like, 3 people were shot out front today. Like, I don't want bad stuff to happen, but damn, stand your ground. Stop being a sissy and getting bent over by evil people. I don't understand that. You gonna die all pathetic, curled up in a ball with your hands over your face? Nah, that ain't gonna be me. You need to defend yourself. This is bullshit. Nobody's coming to save us. It's just us. It's just us out here. Stand up. Be smart. Get strong. You got to be fit to fight. We don't have time for complacency. We don't have those kind of privileges around here. You know, that French vanilla privilege. Don't think I forgot. We got t-shirts coming out. Don't think I forgot. I wrote it down, okay? We got that French vanilla privilege out here. Next up, we got Supreme Court rules that Colorado must keep Trump on that ballot. But first, we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about all of this nonsense. Moving into Manic Monday. Astro Hammer Jeff is taking it easy on the YouTube hooligans today. Yeah, we'll see. I want to see where these next strikes are coming from. The last one was because we reported on YouTube taking orders from the White House to censor YouTube channels that they didn't like by giving them strikes for medical misinformation. And 2 days later, they handed me a strike for medical misinformation. So it was just like waving at the government like, hey, you guys don't have to use YouTube to censor me. I'm just telling the truth. If you guys don't like that, you should just stop being fucked up It's that simple. YouTube strikes can't hurt me. Sorry. We've been liberated from the communist platform. We're just kind of singing and dancing on the outside of the fences right now. Everybody's still inside, looking out at the free world. Hi, YouTube. Like, that's what it's like. We're free out here. Sorry you guys are still inside the box. We're trying to liberate you. You just won't leave the platform. Anyways, let's see. Here, Juicer, what asshole goes to a library to off themselves? What kind of asshole sets himself on fire and screams free Palestine? He'd have did something if he'd actually been like, free East Palestine, Ohio. That's what he should have been doing. Maybe people would have gave a fuck, but I don't know. Let's see, reading through. Astro Hammer, don't worry, ladies. If you can't buy the makeups, it'll be okay. You don't want to get mixed up with those dudes who say that they're actually girls anyways. There you go. We're fine with you all barefaced ladies. Don't you worry. We'll still love you without 30 pounds of makeup on. It'll be easier to separate you guys from the shapeshifters. They can't hide behind makeup no longer. That's what we got. We got to ban makeup. That way we can spot them out easier. Hey, I appreciate you being here, Wayward. Pumpkin, Missouri gave Trump 100% of the vote. Haley got 0%. How cool is that? That's awesome. I seen that Nikki Haley won DC. Oh my God, those videos are everywhere. Nikki Haley won. She won DC. Oh, did she? She won where they're paying her to run. Oh my, wow. I didn't see that coming. They're trying to block out that Trump won the Supreme Court thing with Nikki Haley won DC. It's like, yo, did you hear the Supreme Court actually ruled on the Trump ballot thing? They're like, fuck that noise. Did you hear that Nikki Haley won DC? It's like, who cares about that? Get that shit out of my face. Like, what the fuck? That's where it is everywhere right now. Big time. It's everywhere. Let's see. Reading through. What's up, Saw Dog? Happy freedom. Stoner, some guy ruined a bunch of people's days and then deleted himself with a rented firearm at a shooting range. Oh, no. I'm confusing that with another situation. That's trash. That's trash. When people use firearms to do bad things, especially if there's somebody that was able to purchase or possess a firearm, it just makes everybody look bad. I hate when that stuff happens. Big time. I didn't realize it until I went and got my concealed carry, and they were like harping on us. They were like, you need to read the law and follow the law, because if we give you a license to carry a gun and then you go out there and do something fucking stupid, you make it look bad on all of us. They're like, we are not going to let you be that damn stupid. And like, all right, I hear you. But then I see it and I'm like, oh man, they're right. Every time some legal gun possessing person goes out there and does something fucking stupid, all of a sudden they're talking about assault weapon bans and high capacity magazine bans and things like that. Gotta stay strapped, but you gotta use your brain too. Gotta use your noggin. Normal times, Democrats have a vegetable on the ballot. What's the problem with having the Orange Eagle? I know. They're mad because they know that the Orange Eagle is going to win. That's what it is. I think our next two videos are Trump related. Yeah, we have the Supreme Court ruling, and then afterwards we're going to cover Trump's live speech from earlier today. It's 16 minutes long, but it's an update on everything going on. Sam, Nikki Haley's winning a participation trophy. Because she sure ain't winning the primaries. I know that. Let's see. Matt, I'd rather my wife doesn't put that shit on her face. She doesn't need it. Most women don't. Most women don't need it. And I think a lot of women don't realize that men see that as deceitful. When you look one way and you put that makeup on and all of a sudden you look like Kim Kardashian, we didn't date you to date Kim Kardashian. We wanted you because you looked like you, and now you're making you look like somebody else. And that's like being deceitful. Like, this is what my face looks like, but every time I'm around you, I'm going to wear a mask. Because I don't feel pretty with my normal face. I need a mask when I'm around you. That's how men see makeup. A lot of men see it that way. So then when you see videos, like when, at least me anyways, when I'm scrolling, I see videos where they're like, I hate taking 35 minutes to put chemicals on my face, but if I don't, then men won't love me. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck told you that. Which woman told you that? Because men don't give a fuck about that shit. But we talk about that all the time. A lot of it comes from the agenda. It's not anybody's fault other than the damn elites and the CIA and the people that put that content out there. Because it's all brainwashing. It's all brainwashing. Kevin, 9-0 home slice. Yep. That's why I put it right in the title. That way, you know, the softies, they see that number. They know what that is. They know what that is. That 9-0, they know what that is. Jay Spray, DC is not a state. How can they vote? That's a good point. That's a good point. Because they're a district. What are they officially? I mean, they're a district, but there's some other phrase of what they are. They're their own little thing or whatever, but they're not a state. It is true. Dabs, women tell women that via sales of Nordstrom. Yeah. Like I said, it's part of the agenda. That's what it is. Snooks, you need to make a t-shirt that says on the front, it's a Snooks thing, and on the back, what would Snooks do? We'll have to get some made up, Snooks. That's a good idea. What's up, Zero? Happy freedom. Kevin, I just seen a bug in my room. It must be that time of year. Kevin, don't say that. Don't do that. I was under the impression I still had 3 months. Thought I had like 3 months left till the damn bugs come to get me. I don't worry about it as much as Klaus Daniels does. It's him doing flips through the living room that freaks me out. It's like throwing a barbell around in my living room. I know the neighbors downstairs are like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Unaware I have a giant being living in my house. Tam, yeah, that and an airplane crash. Yeah, I feel I'm so morbid when I have to fly a plane. I know I've told you guys that. I go around and I say my goodbyes to everyone. When I have to fly on a plane, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be kicking the bucket on Saturday. And they're like, why? What's happening? Well, I got to fly on a damn plane to go to Florida. And they're like, you know how many times I fly on a plane? I'm like, that's you, though. That's you. I got bad luck. This one's going down. And I'm going to hit the ground and skip 3 times like it's good luck. And they're like, you'll be fine. I'm like, I don't believe you. I'm not going to make it. I won't survive the plane ride. It's been fine so far. AR-16 fire or drowning is a nope. Yeah. Yeah, I hear drowning is terrible. Breeze Bayou 74 today. That's up there. It's supposed to be only 60 where I'm at. Got a nice day ahead. Proud ankle block heater. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. When you can plug your SUV in or whatever. A block heater. That's as close to plugging in my vehicle I'm willing to go. Snooks, if God wanted me to fly, he'd have left my wings on. Yeah, that's how I feel too. So I ain't got wings. I shouldn't be in the sky. I don't have gills. I shouldn't be in the water. I can't breathe or live in space. I absolutely don't need to be in space. Just keep my ass right here on the ground. Let's see. What's up, Life Like? Happy freedom. As Russell, you love flying? Well, everybody's got their own thing, I suppose. I know the border crossers love flying because they don't have to go through checkout or none of that bullshit. They just walk in, get on the plane, and go. You don't have to have your wiener groped by 3 individuals or none of that. You just walk right on the plane. Thank you so much, CJ, for the bits over on Twitch. I appreciate the support. Thank you. You're awesome. Peyton, the chickens are all happy about the bugs coming out today. Well, there you go. There's a positive to every story. You guys are going to debate me heavily on that. I'm going to act like I don't see those comments. I'm not debating that. I'm just scrolling past that shit. Let's see. Norman, you got 50 degrees today? See, I like it right in 50, 60s. I like it right in there. Because I run hot. So I could just throw a hoodie on or whatever and I'm golden. I'm golden because I hate being too hot. Man, 76 today. Heck yeah, we all got some good weather today. We're going to move on to this next one. This is Supreme Court rules Colorado must keep Trump on the ballot. God, I want to say it so loud that my neighbors hear it. Just want like rub it in. Just rub it in. Ha ha ha, you were saying as you're pulling his name off the ballot unconstitutionally. That got fucked up, didn't it? Just want to rub it all the way in. Like sunscreen. Like some Bengay, because their butt hurts. All right, let's get this rolling.
The Supreme Court has ruled on the Trump ballot case, and they've ruled in Trump's favor. Molly Hemingway with us now. I know this is right, you're just coming right at us, Molly, but I want you to give us some significance of this, where it's going. Is Trump winning on this? Is Biden losing on this? Go.
Yeah, this was an issue where as soon as oral arguments were held, people expected the Supreme Court to say that Colorado's attempt to remove President Trump from the ballot would not be allowed. And I'm very curious to find out what the actual ruling is. Some people thought it would be 7-2 or maybe even unanimous. The questioning from the justices during oral argument was very critical of Democrats' attempts.
Molly, can I interrupt for just 1 second? I'm very sorry. It was a unanimous 9-0 decision.
Well, that really says a lot about this attempt to remove from the ballot the Republican nominee and keep from millions, tens of millions of Americans, the right to vote for whomever they want. There has been a lot of lawfare happening in this country against the Republican nominee, and it's not working very well. You just said it in your opening take with these polls showing that people are not supporting President Biden. And this is as lawfare is being engaged in across the country in Democrat areas such as Colorado, where they tried to say that Coloradoans would not have the right to vote for whom they want to if that person is Donald Trump. So it just really is a real big setback for Democrats in this effort that they have, and should be a reminder that using the courts for political gain is not a great approach.
Back to my editorial, as you noted there, I looked at the New York Times polling and the Fox polling, and it's very grim for the president. And I agreed with the Wall Street Journal that it's panic time at the White House. How serious is this? I mean, are they on the verge of saying, hey, no mas?
Well, the problem for Democrats, it is true that people do find President Biden to be very old, but the big problem is they wouldn't care about it if they liked how the country was being run. Nobody really thinks President Biden is running things anyway. So if they liked the policies, they would be willing to have him continue as a figurehead. The problem for Democrats is that it's a difficult difficult problem to overcome, because even if they replace him with someone else, it's not like Gavin Newsom is going to have better policies when it comes to the border or crime or the economy. If anything, they might even be worse. And so it is those policies where people say they do not feel their lives are better than they were under the previous administration. And that's kind of politics 101. You know, was your life better now than it was 4 years ago? And people are saying they have a chance to compare the previous presidency with the current one, and they're finding the previous one to be much more attractive.
What's Kamala Harris doing, calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza?
Well, they do have a problem in the Democrat Party also, in that while a majority of their voters do support Israel, they have a powerful contingent that does support Hamas's efforts against Israel, and it is causing problems. You saw it in Michigan, where you had people not voting for President Biden in the primary, and also among young voters, and they need those young voters to be able to have even a chance of defeating the Republicans.
Molly, excellent coverage. Thank you very much for being on the spot when we got the decision of the Supreme. Real good stuff.
He needs those young voters. They're talking about old man Walter. That's too bad. That's too bad. President Trump came out. He had them golden sneakers, and that was it. That was it. He won over the young people with that. And old man Walter really thought he was doing something when he posted that video of him eating fried chicken with black kids. I know he thought that was really going to win over all the youth. It didn't. Somehow they all forgot it. There's a lot of haters that are mad at Trump's golden sneakers, but not mad at Biden for posting a video so ridiculous. Like, it's so ridiculous. I don't think it's racist, but it is cringy. It is very cringy to see him so blatantly try to appeal to a stereotype. That's what he's doing. He's trying to appeal to a stereotype. He's not really trying to reach anybody. He's trying to do what he thinks they will like. He does, like, old man Walter's so disconnected from life that he's just gimmicky himself, and President Trump's gonna win, and that's all there's to it. And so they're mad, and they're crying real hard about it. I know Twitter is crazy right now. People are like, oh yeah, look at all the white supreme pizzas on Twitter. Like, you guys are just mad because everyone's posting 9-0 today. Like, wah, that's too bad. That's too bad. You cried real hard for us. You cried real hard. Next up, we have this 16-minute speech from President Trump. He was live earlier today, right after that ruling, giving remarks from Mar-a-Lago. It's coming up next, but first I'm going to remind you guys, if you're over on Rumble and you'd like to join the membership program, all you have to do is click that big red subscribe button right below where you type in the chat. If you're on the Android app, you're unable to see the big red subscribe button, so what you would have to do is go to rumble.com, come to the live, hop in the chat, and right below where you type in the chat, you'll see that big red button, big red subscribe button. Jump through the hoops and your name will be highlighted as you are an official Rumble Hooligan. You'll have access to our custom emojis. We have chapstick emojis, screaming goat emojis, Klaus Daniels emojis, President Trump emojis, and more. It's a lot of fun during Trump rallies, so definitely go join the membership program now. We're going to read through the chat a little bit, and then we're going to get into the 16-minute speech by President Trump. All right. Zero, did he just call her Camilla? Who? I missed it. I think I missed it. Tin Man, I miss my subtropical climate from where I'm from. Yeah, you come from really hot weather. It's hot and it's humid where you're from. You're bulletproof, Tin Man. I don't think I could handle really hot, humid stuff like that. It gets kind of hot here and we get 100% humidity, but it's not like Louisiana. It's not like New Orleans. It's not like Florida. Or even like Alabama is like too hot for me. I get that with that humidity. It's just like you can't even breathe. Like you're under the water. Kills me. I need like mobile air conditioning. That's what I need. Just reading through the chat really quick. Normal times 90. Spin that, KJP. Yeah, and I don't even think her goofy ass is even live today. Let me see. I didn't even check. Nope. I think there was a live earlier, but it wasn't KJP. She's crying today. She couldn't come to work. She needed an emotional day today. She needed one of those mental health days. I bet you. She called in. She said, "Did you hear the news?" They were like, "Of course we heard the news." Fucking Supreme Court. KJP's like, "I'm going to need a mental health day." They're like, "Yeah, you're the number 65th today. Called out. Yeah, a lot of mental health days today." Ain't nobody at the White House. They're all at home crying to their boyfriends with their wieners inside out. Pumpkin, poor babies, they're crying so loud. Vote Trump and save America. You're absolutely right, Pumpkin. Sly Dog, she said oral. She did. She said orally. She did. Kevin, oh, the libtards are big mad today. Oh, yeah. Yes, they are. You know how they get down. They don't just cry. They cry and get vicious. They're all over the internet right now calling people racist and cube freaks and so on and so forth. And the other one I think is crazy, and I'm seeing it a lot right now, and I don't know if it's because of my algorithm, but I'm seeing a lot of them like, "You probably believe in God, don't you?" And it's like, you're probably going to hell, aren't you? Like, you'd be mad if somebody said that to you, but I don't know. I think that's the wildest insult that I've seen all year. So, you probably believe in God. I breathe. I drink water. I eat food too. Does that make me foolish? You go ahead. You stop doing all that stuff. You ain't gonna be all right, but I'll tell you, be all right. Let's see. What's up, Disco? Happy freedom. Mr. B News, Singapore is 100 degrees today. 100 humidity. I'd be done. I'd be toast. You get used to it really quick. It rains every day at noon for 10 minutes. Really weird. That sounds weird, Mr. B New. I don't know. I feel like I would suffer out there like that because I stay at 101 degrees all year round. My body runs at 101. And so I get in those hot conditions and it feels like my skin is turning into fried chicken. Fantastical. More than half the Florida state prisons do not have AC. I bet it's wild in there. When inmates get hot, they fight big time. Well, I think it's like that everywhere. It used to be like that when I worked at those pizza places. It started getting hot in those kitchens, and all of a sudden somebody get punched in the face. Happens. Cash flow win for Trump today. Absolutely. Hey, thanks for being here, Stern. Be safe out there. Oh, Zero, I see what you're saying. That guy said Carmella versus Kamala. Whatever. I just call her Hyena Harris, so I don't even pay attention to that stuff. MU still deplorable and proud of it. Kevin, have you ever had heat stroke? Yes. Yes, I have. All right, hooligans, we're going to move on to this next one. Like I said, this is President Trump. He was live earlier today speaking from Mar-a-Lago, talking about what happened with the Supreme Court, what his plans are, what he expects to happen in the near future. It is 16 minutes long. I figure I'll just let you guys know this ain't going to be one of the quick ones. Let's see. I got to get to the time. And again, this is the second time they did this, and I don't know why. It's probably more than the second. This is the second one I've caught. But at the beginning of President Trump's speech, you can't hear what he's saying because Right Side Broadcasting has rock music playing really loud, and they don't mute it fast enough. So you're going to miss like the first 30 seconds of his speech or whatever. It's not a big deal, but just don't blame me for it. I guess that's the point of what I'm saying. Don't blame me for it. That music you hear is not from me. That's from them and whatever. But either way, let me get this set up. Get to the right spot here. 38. 59. Boom. Here we are with President Trump speaking from Mar-a-Lago. Like I said, this is live earlier today.
It's a very important decision. We're very well crafted, and I think it will go a long way toward bringing our country together, which our country needs. And they worked long, they worked hard, and frankly, they worked very quickly on something that will be spoken about 100 years from now and 200 years from now. Extremely important. Essentially, you cannot take somebody out of a race because an opponent would like to have it that way. And it has nothing to do with the fact that it's the leading candidate, whether it was the leading candidate or a candidate that was well down on the totem pole. You cannot take somebody out of a race. The voters can take the person out of the race very quickly, but a court shouldn't be doing that, and the Supreme Court saw that very well. And I really do believe that will be a unifying factor, because while most states were thrilled to have me, there were some that didn't, and they didn't want that for political reasons. They didn't want that because of poll numbers, because the poll numbers are very good. We're beating President Biden in almost every poll. New York Times came out yesterday with a very big poll for us. So they didn't like that, and you can't do that. You can't do what they tried to do. And hopefully Colorado, as an example, will unify. I know there's tremendous support. They brought our support up very strong in Colorado because people in Colorado thought that was a terrible thing that they did. And while we're on the subject, and another thing that will be coming up very soon will be immunity for a president. And not immunity for me, but for any president. If a president doesn't have full immunity, you really don't have a president, because nobody that is serving in that office will have the courage to make, in many cases, what would be the right decision, or it could be the wrong decision. It could be, in some cases, the wrong decision, but they have to make decisions, and they have to make them free of all terror that can be rained upon them when they leave office or even before they leave office. And some decisions are very tough. I can tell you that as a president, that some decisions to make are very tough. I took out ISIS, and I took out some very big people from the standpoint of a different part of the world. Two of the leading terrorists, probably the two leading terrorists ever that we've ever seen in this world. And those are big decisions. I don't want to be prosecuted for it. Another president wouldn't want to be prosecuted for it. It had a tremendously positive impact. It stopped everything cold. And sometimes you have to make, they were tough decisions. Sometimes you have to make decisions like that. When you make a decision, you don't want to have your opposing party or opponent, or even somebody that just thinks you're wrong, bring a criminal suit against you, or any kind of a suit when you leave office. I have that right now at a level that nobody's ever seen before. I have rogue prosecutors, and I have rogue judges. I have judges that are out of control. And it's a very unfair thing for me, but serving perhaps as a sample to others of what should not be happening when you make good decisions. And in my case, the economy was great. We didn't go into any wars. We totally defeated ISIS. We provided the largest tax cuts in history. We provided the largest regulation cuts in history. But think of it, no wars. We beat ISIS 100% of the caliphate. And there were no wars. We did a job that was great, but maybe I wouldn't have done that. The caliphate, defeating them, was very powerful. It was going to take 4 years. It took me 4 months. But it was a very strong dictum that I gave. I said, get them, defeat them, end it. We were fighting for 20 years against ISIS, and we did it very quickly. I don't want to be prosecuted. In that case, it worked out very well. There will be some things that perhaps don't work out so well, but I don't want to be prosecuted because I decided to do something that is very much for the good of the country and actually for the good of the world. A president shouldn't have that on his mind, and he has to have a free and clear mind when he makes very big decisions, or it's going to be nothing more than a ceremonial post. You'll be president, it'll be a wonderful thing, and you won't do anything because you don't want to be hit by your opponent or hit by somebody else, because who wants to leave office and go through what I've gone through? I'm being prosecuted by Biden, my opponent, because every one of these things, whether it's Fannie Willis or Bragg, these are local and state, but they're in total coordination with the White House. You can't do that. It shouldn't be done. I mean, a thing like that. In the case of the DA's office, they put one of the top people, maybe the second person, in the Manhattan DA's office to get Trump. They had a Hillary Clinton lawyer leave the law firm, very prestigious big law firm, leave the law firm to go into the DA's office to get Trump, Pomerantz, Mr. Pomerantz. So he goes in to become a prosecutor, worked for the Democrat Party and Hillary Clinton, goes in to prosecute Donald Trump at a local level, in total coordination with the Department of Justice, meaning Biden. And then you have the Fannie Willis, or as she would say, Fani, F-A-N-I, but Fani. And she hired somebody, knew the person long before this horrible prosecution took place. And she went out and she paid him an unbelievable amount of money, more money than he ever had dreamt possible. Much more money than other people that do that for a living. He never did it at all, had no experience in it at all. And they had obviously a conflict. We don't have to go into that, but they were able to get a lot of money because it was a high-profile person. Me, I'm a very high-profile person. So they were able to pay him close to $1 million when he was not equipped to do the job, and she's not equipped to do the job, and that case should end immediately. That case is so conflicted, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And then you have deranged Jack Smith, who's a Trump hater and represents all the Trump haters, and he's going wild. He's just a wild man. He's been overturned unanimously by the Supreme Court. Went after other people over the years. He's had great failure. But he's mean, he's nasty, he's unfair. And the judges on these cases, they're all Trump haters. Other than we have maybe one or two that I think can be fair. But you look at New York, what's happened. I mean, these people have tremendous hatred. You can't do this to a president. And again, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about in the future. A president has to be free. A president has to be, if the president does a good job, I did. Some people would say a great job. But if the president does a good job, a president should be free and clear and frankly celebrated for having done a good job. Not indicted 4 times and not gone after on a civil basis and not demanded to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in fines on something that was absolutely perfect, where there were no victims, where the financial statements were absolutely flawless, where you have disclaimer clauses. I mean, nobody's ever had a thing like this. I wasn't given a jury, and I had a clubhouse judge just come up with this number on a perfect loan and very conservative financial statements. But even at that, if you look, the disclaimer says don't rely on the financial statements in any way, shape, or form. Go out and do your own work. The bank in question had the most sophisticated lawyers in the world, frankly, one of the top law firms anywhere in the country, and they can defend themselves. What guys like Bragg and Letitia James and Fani and deranged Jack Smith, what they should be doing is fighting violent crime. And that would lead me to the end. I will say that President Biden, number one, stop weaponization. Fight your fight yourself. Don't use prosecutors and judges to go after your opponent, to try and damage your opponent so you can win an election. Our country is much bigger than that. The other thing I say to President Biden, close the borders now. This is not sustainable for our country. It's not sustainable for our cities. Our country is under siege. This is a violent thing that you've done. And many people are dying. Many, many people are dying. They die on the trip up. They die going through the border. And they die in our country. But many of the people coming up are from prisons and jails, from mental institutions and insane asylums. Many are terrorists. You see it. Many, many are terrorists. And I believe the real number that we have right now is probably closer to 15 million people. And by the time the term ends, I believe the president's term ends, I believe you'll be at close to 20 million people. That's almost larger than any state in the union. Our country, it is not sustainable. Many of these people are tough. Many of these people are bad. They come from some of the roughest countries in the world and some of the roughest prisons. We have prisons in the Congo, in Africa, coming. We have people coming from all parts of the Middle East. They're coming from Yemen, and yet we're bombing Yemen. You have to stop. You have to close the border. You have absolute authorization. You don't need Congress. I had the safest border in the history of our country, and I didn't use Congress for it. And then I built hundreds of miles of wall, and the reason I built it and how I built it was I considered it an invasion of our country, and I took the money from the military, and the Army Corps of Engineers did it with me, and we did a great job. And we had the safest border we've ever had, and now we have the most unsafe border anywhere in the world at any time. There's never been a border like this at any country, anywhere in the world. They would have fought with sticks and stones to stop the horrible situation that's occurring. Our people can't stand it, and the people coming in really can't stand it because they're dying. Many are dying on the trip up, and they're dying in the country. And also, many of the people are criminals, and they're doing tremendous harm. I call it migrant crime. It's migrant crime. It's a new category of crime. They're hurting our country horribly, and we've become a laughing stock all over the world. So I say respectfully to President Biden, you have the authorization right now. I did it. I didn't go to Congress and say, do I have the right to close? I fought Congress on it. Close the borders. You can do it right now. You have everything. Use my policies. My policies were great. Everybody said it. Use my policies. So just to finish, I have great respect for the Supreme Court, and I want to just thank them for working so quickly and so diligently and so brilliantly. And again, this is a unifying factor. Everybody now is together, and they can go after me as a politician. They can go after me with votes, but they're not going to go after me with that kind of lawsuit that takes somebody out of a race who's leading in this case, but even if the person wasn't leading. And I want to thank you all for being here. Do we have any questions?
Mr. President, the poll numbers are massive for you going into Super Tuesday. We found that a lot of people that are agnostic to politics in general see these legal cases against you. They see how life was back under a Trump administration. Do you think that's the key to pull some of these independent voters into this next election, seeing that legal cases are unfair, they have no merit, and also the poll numbers and their life before Trump?
It's such an interesting question because historically a thing like what I've been going through would have hurt a political party or a political candidate terrifically. You wouldn't even run. You wouldn't be able to run. You'd get out This has happened over many years, many times. In this case, the polls show that I'm much more popular than I was before weaponization. It's been weaponized like it's never been. This is for third world countries. This isn't for us. Biden ought to drop all of these things. And frankly, he may do better if he does, because people would say, wow, that was very reasonable. Look, they're all, the state, the city, and the federal, they're all coordinated. Fannie Willis's lover spent hours and hours at the White House, I guess with White House counsel and with DOJ, plotting out this plan. Nobody talks about that. They're all coordinated with the White House. It's weaponization. Never been done in this country. It's been done in third world countries, banana republics, never in this country. So I really believe what they should do is really go all the way, go out and stop all of this nonsense. They're nonsense cases, and everybody sees it. You just look at Atlanta. It's such an embarrassment to Georgia, what's happening there. But Jack Smith, I don't think is any better. Letitia James is terrible. She campaigned on, I will get Trump, and then it goes before a Trump-hating judge. I mean, the whole thing is a rigged deal, and the public understands it. I'm lucky that I'm able to explain it to the public, because if you weren't able to explain it, the public wouldn't know. They'd believe what they see. So I don't want to win this way. Look, I want to win based on my policies are better. We're going to cut taxes. We're going to get interest rates down. You're going to be able to buy homes again. I mean, you can't buy a home today. The interest rates are so high. I want to win on safe borders. I want to stop wars. I want to stop the war in Ukraine with Russia. I want to stop what's happening in Israel. Israel would have never been attacked if I were president. Ukraine would have never, ever been attacked if I was president. You wouldn't have had inflation. Inflation was caused by high energy prices. I had low energy prices. I would have kept them there very easily. And it probably maybe caused the war with Ukraine, because Putin became rich all of a sudden. It went up so much, and I watched President Biden talking about Putin. Putin became very rich because at $100 a barrel, he's got so much money to fight a war. At $40 a barrel, he doesn't have the money to fight a war. But he wouldn't have done it anyway because I told him not to. So I just want to thank all of you for being here. I think it's a very big day for America. I think it's a very big day for liberty, and I think it's just a great day for this country. Again, I hope it's unifying like I think, but it is. It's a big step toward unification. I hope that the justices, because they'll be working on some other cases, but one in particular, presidents have to be given total immunity. They have to be allowed to do their job. If they're not allowed to do their job, it's not what the founders wanted, but perhaps even more importantly, it will be terrible for our country. Thank you all very much.
What would you do to prevent states like Alabama from restraining access to IVF? Are you going to support a 15-week federal abortion ban?
Well, hooligans, like I said, that was from earlier today. He was live. It was 16 minutes long, but what was I supposed to do? You know, cut it into pieces and give you guys little chunks of it? That was the whole speech right there. And I think it's interesting the way that he talks about presidential immunity, because a lot of people don't realize that our leaders kill people. Every single country, our leaders kill people. That's what they do. That those decisions they make result in other people dying. Without presidential immunity, then that means that as soon as you leave the White House, you could be charged. So, like President Trump killed ISIS, right? They didn't just unemploy those fucking guys, right? No, they killed them. So that means he could leave office and then be charged with murder for every count of ISIS that died. Because it doesn't matter if it's an American or not. We know that because the border crossers come here, they get killed, and then people go to prison still. So even if you don't kill an American, it's still considered murder. So that means that every president we've ever had has committed murder. So they could take him to court and charge him with murder. Multiple counts of murder. And it can go on and on and on. They could make any kind of petty charges to try and stifle decisions made by the president. And that's a slippery slope. That's a slippery slope. Like President Trump was just talking about. If they allow this stuff to go through and continue on this path, it's going to create soft presidents. Presidents that are afraid to make the hard decisions because they're worried about the consequences once they leave office. That's a big problem. That's like political correctness. That sounds like cancer. We cannot let cancer into the country. It's a problem. It is a problem. Next up, we have a video titled Guardsman Admits to Leaking Government Secrets. This is a follow-up video. I can't even remember when this happened, but it's about the young military-affiliated guy that was running a Discord and decided to share government secrets because he thought it'd make him look really cool. Well, now he's facing 16 years in prison or something like that. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about President Trump. Cassandra, I'm glad that President Trump is looking healthier and more energetic today. I agree. He's been doing those back-to-back rallies, and we generally cover the later ones because I always think that they're better. And he has been looking a little tired, a little worn out. Sometimes it's late. And then, you know, he's going to court, he's doing rallies, doing all this stuff. I'd be tired. I know that. I'd be tired and I'd be grumpy. I'd be getting to these rallies, be like, fuck blue team, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, if I was in President Trump's situation, that's what I'd be saying. So those liberals out there crying real hard, turn their wieners inside out. See, I could never be president because I'm too honest. I'm too honest and direct. I'd be saying shit that rubs everyone the wrong way. But, you know, that's honesty has a way of doing that. It's got a way of rubbing everyone the wrong way. You get real honest. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about 2028 making those punches in the face great again. Either way, reading through. Tin Man, you can't normally indict a sitting president. Biden will not live long enough to be indicted. Yeah. Like I said, I doubt we'll see any accountability for old man Walter. I highly doubt it. They got so much dirt on him and his son that they've come out and said, well, we would arrest him, but we're not able to because he's protected. So we're going to try and get the people who's protecting him. We're going to try and get those people arrested. Like, are you kidding me? You guys are having press briefings and you're just saying this to the whole country? You can't arrest these corrupt people that you know and have proven is corrupt. So you got to go after the people that are protecting them. Who the fuck's protecting them? These are elected officials. Who's protecting these people? They're like, well, we'll let you know when we find out. I'm like, what? This is fucking stupid. It's the worst TV show I've ever seen. Let's see. Reading through. Side dog, defense and preemptive actions with proper intel is not murder. If one person gives the order to have another person killed, it is a form of murder. It could even be considered organized crime. They could try and charge a president with RICO every single time they leave office. And those charges would stick because RICO's based off conspiracy. Conspiracy is a belief. You can't make people believe anything. You can only try to convince them. It's up to them to believe whatever they're going to believe. So that means that any president could be hit with RICO. Whether they killed somebody, had money moved, had businesses start up or shut down, insider trading. I mean, RICO could stick to anybody. They could stick it to anybody, especially a president, because RICO has to do with organized crime. The White House could be considered as organized crime. To the right finger pointer, you know, the right person calling the police and pointing the finger, any president could be hit with RICO if they're going to not use presidential immunity. That's the whole reason they have presidential immunity, is because of that. But like I said, it's a slippery slope. If they decide to use this for Trump, they'll have to patch it up afterwards, because otherwise every president will end up being prosecuted every single time they leave office. And the new presidents waiting to get into office, they'll say, oh man, I won't make those decisions. You see what happened to the last guy who was making good decisions, making those hard choices? Oh man, they went and got him. When it's my turn, I'm gonna have to just be soft-handed about everything because I don't want to go to prison after I'm done being president. Or what if they couldn't find anybody to run? What if we got to that point? They're like, hey, it's time to vote, but nobody wants to run because everyone's scared to sit in the office because they'll get prosecuted after they are done being president. Like, it's a slippery slope. It's not good. It's not good. Rip Curl, unemployed them. Well, I mean, they were unemployed, weren't they, after they were turned into pink mist? Then they were unemployed permanently. What's up, Hitting Rabbit? Happy Freedom. Thanks for joining us over on Rumble. Sly Dog, notice how Trump can pronounce real words and he doesn't stutter, stammer, or babble like Potato Head. I know, that's why, like, we cover those Trump rallies and a lot of people are like, oh, it's the same old, same old. I'm glad. Have you seen what the new shit's like? People are turning their wieners inside out. Old man Walter's falling up and down the stairs. I'll stick with the same old, same old. The new shit's not that great. It's really not. I'd rather listen to President Trump say the same fucking speech twice a day, every fucking week, like I've been doing, than even cover one live of old man shit your pants out there babbling, not making sense, throwing shade to anybody that's not blue team, and then just sending all of our money to foreign fucking countries. Like, nah, I'll take the same old any day. Sly Dog, so all forms of war is murder, more or less. Or you could consider it manslaughter. I don't know why you're debating me on this. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Is killing people murder? Well, it's considered manslaughter. There's probably other words in the legal dictionary of definitions of what it means to kill another person. But all the way down to the Bible, it says it's wrong. And anything that's wrong will have people around you pointing fingers and claiming you're a bad person. So, whatever labels we want to slap on it, I'm right, and that's it. So I don't have anything else to debate on it. Let's see. Mr. Not Here, happy freedom. Insider trading Nancy Pelosi much? She is the ghoul of insider trading. All those people on Capitol Hill, they should be absolutely banned from insider trading. There's no logical explanation to allow people to invest in companies when those people make laws that affect those companies. Like, there's no way that should be legal. What's up, Mr. Beans Beans? Happy freedom. Let's see, what is going on over here? Jigs, if they put President Trump in prison, we would all still vote for him. And you'll just sit there and cry and look ignorant, like you already are. Eric was thinking about you today, and here you are. I appreciate you joining us, Eric. John, Lake and Hope Riley. Yeah, and what I think is really weird is there's no news about that today. Parents are pissed off. People are protesting and shit. I think it's in Georgia. No news of that today. Because they don't want to talk about border crossers killing Americans. And it's happening a lot, and they're trying to bury it as much as possible, but they're not going to be able to. It's going to hop out right in the front of all of us. Because nobody's doing anything about it. They're too busy covering up the story instead of preventing it from happening. It'll become so large they won't be able to hide it. Matt, does Sly Dog just like arguing with Jeff? I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Normal times, Nancy picked the wrong day to quit drinking. 9-0. Yep. I know, I'm posting that everywhere today. Just to make people cry about it. 9-0. Zupia, imagine being old man Walter's sign language staffer. No way. I have no interest in being molested or sniffed by old man Walter or any of those other blue team weirdos. Island, we need term limits bad. We need it bad. We need a lot of really simple things to be put in place. We need term limits. We need insider trading to be taken care of. We need a way for we the people to do impeachments instead of waiting on Congress to impeach corrupt people. It makes no sense to rely on a corrupt Congress to impeach a corrupt president. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any kind of sense. We need a way for we the people to impeach anybody. Your mayor is fucking up. You should be able to impeach him. Your governor is fucking up, locking you in the houses and letting all your family members fucking die and then arrest you if you try to visit them. Those people should be fucking locked up. People in Congress, they should have to do what they have to do, or they could be impeached, locked up. That's how it goes. But we don't have any of that. It's like, oh, we got to wait for these elected officials to vote on other elected officials so those officials can vote on other elected officials. Okay, but what if those guys are all on the same team and us, we the people who don't get special treatment, we don't have French vanilla privilege, we're not wealthy, we're not able to be above the law? Why don't we get to impeach those fucking people? We're the ones that vote them in. How come we can't impeach them and pull them out? Same thing with having them arrested for being corrupt. The reasons for impeachment. You impeach them because they're corrupt and they're breaking the fucking law. They should have to go to jail. It's that simple. That's what happens to us. You cross the street, you're not in the fucking crosswalk. You go to fucking jail for that. I know, because I've gone through it. You can't even cross the street out of line without going to jail. But these people can be fucking corrupt, steal money from us, demand money from us, including throw us in prison if we don't pay it, and then take our money and send it to foreign fucking countries while they allow our country to be invaded at the same time. And if you defend our border, or you have to defend your house or yourself from these fucking border crossers, then you're a bad person and you have to go to jail? Fuck that. We the people need an ability to be able to pull these people down out of office when they're fucking up. And we don't have that right now. That's a really simple thing that we all need. These are very simple things that they should just implement in all of this, in the whole election process. But they won't. They won't, because they're all on the same team. That's the problem. They're all on the same team. I'm not anti-government. I'm for government reform. We need a redo. We need a redo. The people up there are not doing well. Anyways. Okay, I'm feeling the Klaus vibes. Yeah, it's a lazy day today. Normal times, it will be up to the voters to save the republic. Yes, it will be. You're right, normal times. Pumpkin Klaus is very long, has a very long tail. Yeah, that's why he's a giant. Oh, I spook you? Oh, it's a nice booty on that kitty. Hold up. Dude. You awake now, ain't you? You ashamed of yourself? You're all right. You don't have to be embarrassed. He's all hiding his face. He's like, everyone just watched me fall off the Klaus Tower. You all right, buddy? He's all embarrassed. That's all right. That's all right. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. Island, blood is boiling. Can't take much more. Well, Island, if it makes you feel better, at least we're all in this together. It's way better than doing it on your own. We're all in this together. They can't brainwash all of us. Although some of us have a very dirty mind and could use a little scrubbing. Sly Dog, poor kitty. He's fine. He's fine. I'm surprised you guys didn't feel the earthquake of that 25-pound cat hitting the floor. Nah, I don't think he's quite 25 pounds. He's about 20 though. He's big and meaty. That's how I like him. Furry and meaty. Klaus is so nice, even Trump would try and grab him. You like that? Pumpkin, Klaus is going to get you. Yeah, I know. It ain't my fault. I was trying to be nice to him. He's the one that got out of hand. He was trying to cause an insurrection. Y'all see that? I had to call all my family members. I was afraid for my life. It felt like January 6th all over again. Sled dog, keep your hands off that poor pussy. I know. I'm a terrible person. I was inspired by Trump. Trump did it. Trump did it. He's the one that did it. He's a mean man. Mr. Beans and Beans got a new auto loan. Heck yeah. Hopefully they give you a good deal. Zerxo, the 50s must have been wonderful. Families with 9 to 14 kids. Yeah, but back then you only needed one job. You just needed one guy in the house working, or woman, not a sexist thing, but one adult in the house working 40 hours, even on minimum wage, and could afford to live. Not just pay the bills, but live. And now you need 2 adults making more than minimum wage, working 60 plus hours a week, just to be able to afford to live on the inside of a house. It's because everything's all messed up right now. And I have no right answer for that. I don't know how to fix that because I don't believe in the government telling people what to do. So how do you tell landlords to charge cheaper rent? That doesn't work. Well, if we raise wages, then inflation happens and rent goes up. So that doesn't work. So what do? Like, I don't know what to do. And some people are like, well, just get a better job. Just do this, just do that. Okay, well, people that work at Google with a bunch of liberal motherfuckers that are turning their wieners inside out and shit, they're too busy worried about your fucking words and not your job performance to even allow you to even last at a job. You get a good paying job, you'll be there 6 months and then you'll be gone because you're too funny, or you think there's only men and women, or you didn't get the fucking shot. You know? It's causing people to sell drugs and do shit like that, sell their bodies on the internet and all that kind of stuff, because they can't afford shit with regular ass jobs. You gotta have a regular job and you gotta have criminal activity on the side, or else you can't afford to live, and that's fucked up. It shouldn't be that way. Jigs, I'm done with you. You're just a dumb bitch. I'm sitting here like, this stupid. Sit here and argue with dumbass people. No, you're a dumb bitch, and I hit you with the dumb bitch hammer. That's all right. Anyways, reading through. 10-man, is AOC trans? It's hard to say. She's gonna have to pull that wiener out one day. We'll get it figured out. Jeez, she's funny looking in that Zero. Send over on YouTube, over on the communist platform. Proud American, you should only be allowed to own one home. Yeah, I don't know what it would be like to. What is a good reason to own more than one home? I mean, my grandpa used to own 3 houses, and it was because he went to Florida in the winter. He had a rental that he was making money off of, and then he had a house, and he'd come up here in the summer because it was too hard on his old man body. He was in his 90s. It's too hard for him to shovel snow and be here in the winter. But something, there needs to be something. There's no reason that we have to go through all of this. You know, so much stress just to live. We don't even get to have a life. We're just living to survive. It's not good. Something needs to change. Here, 16 Jeff slapped that booty down. That's not what happened. That's not what happened. I was giving him too much encouragement. He got excited and did a little flippy flip off the tower there. Let's see. I think we're good to go. Anyways, I'm seeing dumb people. It's like the Sixth Sense. I see stupid people. Anyways, this next one is called Guardsman Admits to Leaking Government Secrets. This is a follow-up for, I can't remember when it happened, but I'm sure you guys remember. Young guy running a Discord. He's a military personnel of some sort. Had access to classified documents, which I don't know why this individual did. But thought it would be really cool to share those classified documents or the whatever, secret access to people on his Discord to tell him how cool he is. Man, I'm a cool guy running a Discord. I'm going to prove it to you. Let me send you some government secrets. What a fucking dumbass. So anyways, this is a follow-up on that guy.
Antoinette, good afternoon. This hearing is still going, but Jack Teixeira has now officially and formally changed his plea to guilty in this case, which means he now admits to sharing classified military information, documents on the social network Discord. Teixeira was, of course, a Massachusetts Air National Guardsman. He was arrested last April at his home in North Dighton, and he has been in custody ever since. The leaked documents appear to detail U.S. and NATO aid to Ukraine and intelligence assessments regarding U.S.
allies. Teixeira is charged with 6 counts of willful retention and transmission of national defense information. Each count carries up to 10 years in prison, but under the terms of the plea agreement, the U.S. Attorney's Office and the defense team have agreed to a sentencing range of 132 to 200 months in federal prison. That equates to 11 to 16 years. As you mentioned at the beginning of the newscast, Antoinette, Teixeira has family here, including his mother, his stepfather, and his father. Sentencing in this case will happen at a later date. Reporting live at the federal courthouse in South Boston, Todd Kiskiewicz, WCVB News Center 5.
All right, Todd, thank you.
Well, he doesn't look so cool now. Facing 16 years trying to be cool on the internet. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. I don't know why he would do that. Like, what was he thinking? I mean, is it better than setting yourself on fire in front of everybody and yelling a bunch of dumb shit before you melt? I don't know. But something's going on. These weirdos joining the military and then doing really stupid shit doesn't make sense to me. I don't know how you, like, what would make you want to do that? You join the military, you endure some of the hardest training that happens on our soil, and then you decide that you're bored one day and you're going to interfere with your military career and potentially your freedom and potentially end up on a list from the government just to be cool on Discord. What the fuck? Why would anybody do that? Just like the guy that set himself on fire in DC. Why would he do that? Why are the lefties joining the military? That's what I want to know. If the lefties hate America so much and they're always out there burning American flags and shit, why are they joining the military? Why are they doing this shit? I don't understand that. It seems like the opposite of it's like being a MAGA Trump supporting conservative, but you go and read stories to children in drag on the weekends. Why would you do that? Why would you go do that? I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. The only thing I can think of is they want access to government secrets and they want the training to be lethal. Otherwise, I don't know why they're doing it. They want access to information and they want to have the training to be able to kill other people. Outside of that, I don't know why lefties are joining the military. But the next person that sets himself on fire needs to do it for East Palestine, Ohio, because they got real problems out there. I don't know what the Middle East is going through. Probably the same shit they've been going through for hundreds of years. But East Palestine, Ohio, they need some attention. So the next idiot that wants to set themselves on fire, make sure you label the right Palestine. East Palestine, Ohio. That's who needs help. Zero the MK Ultra. It could be. The brainwashing is effective. Hey, thank you for being here, Donna Sparks. Be safe out there. Matt, at least in prison, he's still alive. Yeah. Hopefully he learns his lesson and doesn't get out and make more bad decisions. Life is a terrible thing to waste. And then my brother owns many properties and apartment buildings. It keeps money in his pocket and employs Dan so he can make money. Yeah. That makes sense. 10 Man, they're all liberals. Yeah. Dallas, the National Guard one, was in a nice home too. See, I just don't know. There's some underlying thing going on. I don't know if it's social media that's influencing these people, like these social groups and stuff. You know, Facebook has groups, Telegram groups, Instagram has groups. I don't know if it's that's influencing people or if it's stuff that goes on in these college, what do they call it? The grounds, whatever the fucking grounds are called, on the school property, and they have those little club meetups. You know, that's how Crowder became famous. That's how Charlie Kirk became famous, going to these colleges, being on their property, and then being like, come debate me about how stupid you are. Like, that's how they got, you know, recognition and stuff. I don't know if those, obviously not conservative groups, but liberal groups are influencing this behavior. I'm not sure what it is. Campus. Thank you, Sly Dog and Dust. Yes, campus. On campus. Somewhere there is silent brainwashing happening, and kids that have mom and dad both in the house, which is a very rare thing, end up becoming radicals. And I don't know, it's like a combination between brainwashing and parents not being parents enough. Just because you come from a house that provides you with everything you need doesn't necessarily mean you're getting the attention that you need. Babies can literally die from not being held enough. Attention matters. Scientists are proving, it's a lot of recent science, proving that us looking at things actually changes the thing we're looking at. There's an impression that happens from us viewing something, let alone holding it and caring for it and expressing how much you care for it. So, I mean, like I said, you could have your family be like the Brady Bunch and you could still turn out to be a fucking radical if you just feel that your feelings aren't being met. And it stems from really small spaces. Just little things here and there build up to becoming to where you feel like your emotional needs are not being met. And as soon as you are capable, then you start seeing these radicals act out, like the Nashville shooter. People like that, where they don't really have a reason on the outside to see why they became radical. Like you had a good family, you had everything you need. Why did you become an extremist? And I think it's a combination of that. Not feeling validated at home and getting validation from these brainwashing groups wherever they're finding them. Let's see. Baldy rocks. If both parents have to work to keep the bills paid, then they're going to be on their own anyway, so the government wins anyway. Yeah, Baldy rocks. And that's the thing. It's all an agenda. The whole thing is an agenda. They teach us to hate ourselves. They teach us to hate each other. They teach us that family is bad, that marriage is bad, that having kids is bad, that thinking other than what you're told to think is bad, that saying anything that's not politically correct is bad, that talking bad about the government or turning away from government orders is bad. Like, it's communism. It's communism. That's the agenda. It's communism. And if it wasn't for the media, we wouldn't even know that it was happening. Like, we wouldn't even be affected by it. We're affected by it because of this, of how we communicate through our devices and the internet. And this is all we have to communicate. If we gathered in person and had these fucking lives and was like talking and shit, they'd say it was a white supreme pizza party. It wouldn't matter if the majority of us weren't even white. They would still say that because they don't want us to gather in person. They want us to gather right here on the internet where they can watch us, listen, and document everything. But the problem is that's also where the propaganda is. It's here on the internet. If we shut our devices off, they wouldn't even be able to brainwash us, because that's where it happens, is through our devices and how we communicate. I don't know how to beat it other than keeping your eyes open and staying aware of everything around us and using that thing inside your noggin. Those are the only answers I got. Reading through the chat. Let me see what we got coming up next. I need to stop saving this for the end. I guess it ain't going to matter in a couple weeks. Before we go any further, I want to remind you guys that my birthday's coming up. If you guys would like to be a part of the big birthday unboxing that happens on March 11th, you are welcome to send me stuff for my birthday. One way to do it is to use the Amazon wish list. I will drop the link here in a second. Anything that you purchase directly from the wish list will be sent straight to me. You don't need addresses or emails. It will come right to my doorstep. Anything I receive between now and March 11th will go right here next to Klaus Tower. And on March 11th, we will be doing the big birthday unboxing during Coffee with Hooligans. We're going to open everything up and shout everybody out. Ooh, what just happened? So, somebody just get smashed over on YouTube? Something just happened. Anyways, I'll deal with that in a second. I just dropped all the links for the Amazon wish list. Like I said, you don't need emails or addresses. Anything you purchase will come here. It's going right next to Klaus Tower, and you will be a part of the big birthday unboxing on March 11th. However, if you would prefer to send me something of your own choosing and not something off the list that I've created, you are welcome to do that too. I'm going to drop this link to the contact page on jeffmaclive.com. On that contact page, you can find the address for the P.O. box. Please write it exactly how I've wrote it to have the best chances of it making it here. But if you do send me something to the P.O. box, please send me an email letting me know. Because if it sits at the post office longer than 3 days, it will be mailed back to you, and we'll have to go through the hassle of getting it back here and stuff like that, which is fine. I have had, we've had this happen. This is our 4th year of being live and doing our big birthday unboxing. All of March is the Hooligan holiday, if you guys didn't know. But yeah, that's the deal. So you can either use the Amazon wish list, or you could send something to the P.O. box. But if you send it to the P.O. box, please send me an email. if you do send me an email, just let me know. You don't have to tell me what you sent me. Just tell me what day to pick it up. And that includes if you want to send me a picture of the tracking number. That's totally fine. I want to say, Sly Dog, I think it was you, right? I have to go to the post office today. And I think we're going to be good to go on all that. We're already almost at the 2-hour mark. And I got time. So I'll be able to get that today, Sly Dog. Thank you. Let's see. Just a moment. There we go. Anyways, next up we have investigation into the arrest of Philly LGBTQ and more letters affairs executive director. Like I said, this isn't exactly a George Floyd situation, but there's a lot of people crying about this. White cop, not white, bad guy being subdued. People are mad. So we're going to cover it just in case. Keep our eye on it. It's coming up next. First, we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about the Discord guy and all of that. And then that will be our last news video for the day, and we'll be moving on to our funny video that is titled When You Are Your Own Peer Pressure. It's coming up next. Zero, if we shut off our devices, we'd never see Jeff Mack and the Hooligans. I know, that's why I said I don't really have an answer for it, because, you know, we need water to live, and we can't get water. We can't live without water, so we have to get water from the well. But there's also poison in the well. And that's what's going on. It's like we're all here trying to drink from the well, but there's poison in the well. And so you got to try and scoop out around the poison. It's really hard to do that. And that's exactly what the internet is. We have to communicate through the internet. That's the main influence is to get us to do that. Our whole life is funneling us to use the internet. And we're able to do that, but you got to tiptoe around because you may step in dog shit propaganda, and nobody wants dog shit on their boots. So, you know, hey, that's the song and dance we're in right now, but it's the reality of it. Let's see. Reading through. Enter user, thank you. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Sly Dog, yep. Thank you for reminding me, Sly Dog. As soon as I end the live, I'm running out the door to go get it. And I'll send you a text message to confirm that I picked it up. RK, Australia court declares forcing the jab is illegal. That's awesome. That's awesome. I probably just caught myself a strike over on fucking YouTube, but that's awesome, RK. That's definitely a win. Normal time, send a new Subaru. Yeah. So reminder, guys, I got $8,500 in car repairs I got to do tomorrow. I totally forgot about that until right now. Not excited. Not excited about that. $5,800 worth of repairs. Hopefully they do not actually charge me that, because they're going to be able to pull parts off of the gold Subaru. So I'm hoping for the best, but it's going to cost something. I know that. Snooks, why did you just say my name? Oh, I see. It was a typo. Oh, financial. Okay. I see what was going on. I thought you got banned, and I was like, why did that happen? Anyways, we got to figure it out. 10 man, I was wrong. It's not 8,500. It's 5,800. My dyslexia was kicking in. It's 5,800, not 8,500. That's not that much better, but I did misspeak, and so I was wrong on that. It's 5,800. Anyways, we're getting on to this next video. This title sucks ass. I'm just gonna wing it. This video is about a officer that's white. Bad guy's not. People are mad. Nobody's really sure what happened. But wherever this is located, the guy that runs that area or the woman that runs that area is telling everybody, don't be so quick to judge because you're only getting a portion of the video. Whatever that means. So let's get this started.
Pennsylvania State Police facing allegations of excessive force after Philadelphia's head of LGBTQ affairs was arrested over the weekend.
Good Day Wake Up anchor Dan Bowens has all the details on this story. That Dan has become a huge story right down the road in Philly.
Yeah, Kurt and Rosanna, the mayor of Philadelphia, is saying the video is, quote, very concerning. And this morning, this case is drawing attention and no shortage of opinions from people all across the country. Pennsylvania State Police are investigating the controversial arrest of the executive director of Philadelphia's Office of LGBT Affairs, Selena Morrison, and her husband, Darius McClain. The arrests were caught on video.
That is my husband! I don't know why he's doing this. It's okay. Go, baby, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get hit. Do not. I work for the mayor. I work for the mayor. Go. I work for the mayor. Go. Please just stop.
I work for the mayor, she's saying. Morrison began recording after a state trooper pulled her over just after 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. Now, in a press release, state police say there were multiple code violations with her vehicle, but before the trooper even made contact with Morrison, a green Dodge sedan driven by Morrison's husband apparently pulled up behind the trooper's vehicle. That could be important depending on the trooper's mindset at that point. They say McClain became verbally combative, refused multiple orders, and resisted arrest. The press release from the state police goes on to say Morrison then interfered with the arrest. Morrison's video shows the trooper approaching her and then appears to tackle her. Philadelphia Mayor Sherrell Parker confirmed in a post on X Morrison was involved in a traffic stop Saturday morning and called the video upsetting, saying, quote, a video circulating on social media that depicts a portion of the incident is very concerning to me, and I will have no further comment until the investigation has been completed. Very important to note that that's just a portion of what happened there, the overall incident. A spokesperson for the Philadelphia District Attorney said they have not charged anyone, so no charges filed in this case, pending, quote, a thorough, even-handed investigation. So a lot more to come. Kurt and Rosanna, back over to you.
Well, that little end right there really told us all we need to know. It really did. If you listen closely, they told you everything you need to know about this. The woman who supposedly works for the mayor was pulled over because multiple things on her car was off. Her tags or her plates or her insurance. There was multiple things that were not legal with her car. They slid that in there while the guy was screaming for help. So she was justifiably pulled over. The husband sees that his wife is pulled over, sees the cop cruiser, decides to pull up behind it. Something happened, and now he's on the ground yelling for help while resisting arrest. He is resisting arrest. He is not following officer orders. Otherwise, he'd be in handcuffs and he'd be standing up and on his way to the back of the cop car. But he's resisting arrest. Then they say that no charges were filed. So that means while he was resisting arrest, he was not charged with resisting arrest. Whatever he was being detained for, he was not charged with it. Whatever she was being pulled over for, she was not charged with it. The entire spotlight is on the officer. Then they tell you, don't judge anything too quickly. You're only seeing a portion of the video. What's the portion you see? Oh, the guy getting arrested. So don't make a decision that that's a bad guy getting arrested because there's no charges filed against these individuals. We need to focus on the white cop and how he's a real mean man. And everybody else just got off the fucking hook because of that video right there and the agenda that's going on while it was released. The end. I highly doubt we'll see a follow-up video because they just gave us all the answers right there. They just told us right there. They're not going to do anything about it. The cop's in the wrong for pulling over the lady who had bad tags and bad shit on her car. Holy fuck. People are so stupid. And then they want to know why crime is so bad. Oh, you work for the mayor so you don't get fucking charges and shit? That's what I was just talking about. Whoever lives wherever that is should be allowed to get together some sort of signature thing and then have that person impeached. Oh, you work for the mayor and everybody who works for the mayor doesn't get charged with shit during traffic stops? Okay, we need a new mayor then. That's what that sounds like. Need to get everybody corrupt out. Kick that guy out. Have him impeached. We the people should be able to get votes together and then pull that motherfucker out so he can't continue to run this corruption ring. Charge his ass with RICO. Apparently his motherfuckers are out here above the law. They do whatever they want. And when an officer pulls them over, he's the bad guy. No, that's not okay. That's not the kind of America I want to live in. Anyways, that is the last news video I had for you guys today. Next up, we have our funny video of the day titled, When You Are Your Own Peer Pressure. It's coming up next, but first we're going to read through the chat and see what you hooligans think about that goofy situation. Let's see. What are we talking about here? Are you guys talking about Subarus? Astro Hammer, if you wander the west coast of Michigan long enough, maybe you will see Jeff Mack again. You could start frequenting Subaru dealerships along the west side of Michigan and up your chances of spotting Jeff Mack significantly. I swear to God. That's why I tell you guys, if you're in traffic and you come to stop, turn your Bluetooth on. If you see the Muff Eater Supreme, just know that I'm nearby. I love that. It's true, though. Unfortunately, it is true. Zero, he interfered with the police. Yeah, he was interfering with an investigation, which is a charge on its own, and then he resisted arrest. There's a year in prison. Nope. His wife works for the mayor. He doesn't have to go to jail. And she didn't get any charges or anything for driving around with bad stickers or whatever she had. It's no good. It's no good. 10-man Fruit Loops arresting Fruit Loops. Yeah, that cop seemed a little unstable. He had like soap opera face. He looked outraged, but he was the one making the arrest. It was like, there's nothing good going on there. Cassandra, I work for the mayor. Does that mean you're above the law or something? She sure thought so, didn't she? Yelling to the cop, I work for the mayor. Stop arresting a criminal. I work for the mayor. It's just the cure-all. Fixes everything. Fixes it right up. It's like Subaru. I know. I say that every time I see the gold car. I'm like, Subaru, your face is gone. Because they cut the front of it off to pull the motor out easier. So, like, from the wheel wells up is gone. They just cut the whole front of the Subaru off. I'm like, Subaru, where's your face? It's in the scrapyard. RK, Pittsburgh announced that the police won't be answering emergency calls such as burglaries. Holy crap. I remember when they were doing that in Portland because the protests and the riots were so bad that 911 wouldn't even come. They would tell you maybe. An officer might show up. I'm like, okay, well, I guess you better get the guns out, put them on the dinner table. Might have to defend yourself tonight. Kung Fu, he was following behind her to hide the tags. That very well could be. That makes a lot of sense. Man and wife, right? Traveling down the road in separate vehicles at the same time. That's kind of weird. Maybe they both had places to go. But then all of a sudden he gets involved in her being pulled over. Maybe he was. Maybe he was trying to protect those tags. I think you're onto something, Kung Fu. Gron, anyone dressed in all pink should be arrested. That's what he was really getting for. That was the fashion police getting him. That's why the guy was crying so hard. He's like, the fashion police, they got me. They got me. AR-16 got those special rights. Yeah, they think so. Thus, comply and the issues go away. Yeah, there's no point in fighting a cop. If they decide you're going to jail, there is nothing you can do that's going to make you get out of jail. All you can do is make your time in jail worse. You got to fight the courts. That's the only way out of it. No matter how bullshit it is. I've been arrested and gone to jail 4 times on false accusations, okay? I know what it's like to be frustrated to be arrested. I am telling you, especially when the charges are heinous. When the charges are like unspeakable things that you would never do. You're like, who the fuck told you guys that happened? And they're, of course, they're like, well, I can't disclose that information. And you're like, I'm going to jail for some shit that never happened. And then they realize it didn't happen. Then they got to let you go. And then they're really sorry. And then they give you all your money back for your bond and all that shit. That's great, except for you never get those days back that you spent inside of a jail cell when you were not allowed to walk free. And I've had to do it 4 fucking times. And every time I complied. Officer's like, put your hands behind your back. Anything you say can and will be used against you. And I'm just like, all right, I just do the thing. I comply. They're worried about me. I'm a violent offender. I don't even kind of flinch. They say I'm going to jail. I just go to jail. I comply. They're scared. They're scared around me. I'm not fucking around. They shoot me in the face or screaming taser, taser. That ain't gonna be me. I'll go to jail, get out, get an attorney, and sit there and smile at the judge. We'll get this worked out. I'm gonna find his best golfing buddy. I'm gonna look at him on Facebook. I'm gonna find all his friends and family. I'm gonna figure out what course he likes to play on, what time his tee time is this weekend. I'm gonna get his best buddy, and he's gonna be my fucking attorney. Be like, hey, you better tell your boy to let me go. I got $500 in my pocket right now. I'll pay those fines and be done. He'll go and take the judge aside. They'll be like, yeah, man, so we could be on the green about 9 a.m. You let my client go. And then they go and do that. And then my judge whispers, or my attorney whispers in my ear, he's going to let you go, but you got to pay the $500 in fines right now. I'm like, all right. Judge is like, hey, you're clear. And then I go out and pay the $500. I'm done. Like, you just got to do the thing. You got to do the thing. Fighting the cop, it'll either get you killed or a lot more time in jail than you ever want to spend. You got to do the song and dance. It's just the way it is. Stoner, just like the movie Face Off. I haven't seen that in a long time. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've seen any Nicolas Cage movie. Hey, thanks for being here, RR16. Be safe out there. Wayward, I'm not sure what you're saying there. Kim, just let them know that you know the mayor. Yeah, I didn't realize. I should have did that last time. I should have just been like, I know the mayor. They'd be like, oh, we gotta let him go now. Let's see. Yeah, Zupia, if I was a little tan, I could try and pull something else. I tried to cry racism when I was younger. It didn't work out. I was like, but I'm half Italian. They were like, that's white around here. I'm like, damn it. That's how it goes. Island lets you know you got stupid. Let's see. Let's know you got stupid default. Oh, I see. You're having texting issues. Either way, it says the police emptying their magazines at the slightest of anything is stupid. Yet the Acorn incident, that kind of stuff, is exactly why. When they're like, hey, you're going to jail, I'm like, all right, just don't shoot me. Once you put me in handcuffs and put me in the car, don't unload the magazine into the vehicle. I'm not a threat to you. I am complying. I most of the time just say, I refuse to answer any questions, but I am fully complying. And then I don't speak anymore. It doesn't matter what they say to me. What's your name? Where do you live? Where are you coming from? It doesn't matter. I ain't got nothing else to say. Nothing else to say. And that's not legal advice, because I'm not in a position to give you guys legal or financial advice. I'm just telling you my experiences and what I do when I'm in those experiences. And it's all for entertainment purposes. Zerxo never hired a lawyer. Always plead not guilty. Always sue later. Well, other than the wrongful accusations where I never even had to go to court, I just went to the jail, then left the jail. I never even went to court because the case always gets dismissed because these people that were calling the police on me were wrong. They were in the wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. I never even had to plead anything. The charges get thrown out because there's no evidence of wrongdoing. But the other times I was wrong. And so I told him I was wrong. When I got those assault charges and stuff, when I was racking them up, I was collecting those motherfuckers like coupons. When I was doing that, I was telling them. Even when the officer arrested me, the statement I gave them made me guilty because I was guilty because what I did was wrong. And I never tried to lie about it. When I was wrong, I told them. They said, what happened? I said, I hit him 10 times with this hand. Now I hit him 10 more times with this hand until his glasses were broken inside of his eye socket. And then I felt bad and I stopped hitting him. But then when he went to swing on me, I hit him another 15 times with this hand until the glass got lodged in my pinky knuckle. And now I got this ugly ass scar right there. But that's from glass, not his face. And the officer's like, you know you're going to jail, right? And I was like, yeah, I know. And I did. That's how it went. But I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. I'm a truther. And you don't want to tell the truth about fucking up? Don't fuck up. It's that simple. It's that simple. I had to learn the hard way. Take these lessons. Don't go out there and live them. It ain't worth it. What's up, Loopy? Happy freedom. What's up, Shanti? Appreciate you guys being here. Cassandra, anti-Trump. Let me see. I probably can't say that while YouTube's watching, but Cassandra, you're right. You are right. I've heard it. Astro Hammer. Yeah, see, ever since we covered that Roe vs. Wade, when that happened, oh man, that probably just hurt me on YouTube also. But when we covered that live, there was that one leftist there that kind of looks like Pandy. And he was telling this Hispanic woman that she was a white supremacist because she loved her Second Amendment and some other common sense things. And he was like, you're a white supremacist. She's like, I'm Hispanic. I'm like 100% Hispanic. What the fuck are you talking about? He said, you ain't gotta be white to be a white supremacist. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do, you fucking idiot. Otherwise, you're talking about being prejudiced or some other color of supremacy. Idiot. Anyways. What's up, Janet Steve? Happy freedom. What's up, Corley? Why is everyone just saying hi? Was I gone for a second? No, everything's been good. Corley, my brother-in-law has 2 EVs. As long as they're happy, it's fine. Like I was trying to say when we were covering that, if you want to make the choice to drive an EV, that's your choice. But to convince the population the EVs are better than gas cars, not yet, they're not. And that's what I was saying. So anybody's got one, you love your EV, great. I'm glad you're happy. Honestly, genuinely glad you're happy. But as forcing it onto other people, I don't think it's a good idea. And I mean that by the government. Anybody else trying to force their opinions on anybody is fucking stupid. But when the government does it, it's not just stupid, it's wrong. Why is everybody saying hi? I said hi to all of you, damn it. I've already greeted you. Hello, Pumpkin. Hello, Snooks. Hello, Stoner. That's it. I'm not saying hi to any more of you guys. Hello. That's my blanket hello. Anyways, we're getting on to our funny video of the day. This is titled, When You Are Your Own Peer Pressure. And this is by Stoner, who at this point is pretty much just our designated funny video supplier. Every day, it seems like. Here we go. When you are your own peer pressure.
No, I'm okay. No. I'm okay. No.
俺の名はドン・キホーテ・ドフラミンゴ。
I thought that was funny and somewhat relatable, and I thought maybe you hooligans would feel that way too. It happens. We all fuck up sometimes. Man, I thought that was funny. He's like, no. Yeah, I guess I talked myself into it, didn't I? I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. Well, hooligans, that is all the coffee I had for you guys today. So I'm going to drop this Linktree link to all of you. I've just realized I didn't even send the link for the merch store, and I made all that merch and didn't even give you guys the supplies to use it. Okay, use that Linktree link. All of my links are listed, so if you would like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, it would be really, 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 really helpful. And I would thank you so much for it, because I have to pay an arm and a leg to fix my poor Subaru, and my birthday's coming up. So if you guys want to go down the links, that would really help me. Please check out the merch. I spent so much time putting these designs together for you hooligans. As you can see, we have the black and white American Hooligan design. We have the red bars and we have the blue bars American Hooligan designs. We have tons of items. We got dog tags and coffee mugs and stickers and shirts and everything. We have everything. Just go check it out. All the cool stuff. You can find that on the Linktree as well, because I know I did not drop the merch store link because I messed up. I do that sometimes. I'm only a person. But either way, go check out the merch. What else is there? Go join Gilded. Gilded is free and currently the best way to receive notifications for when and where we go live. Every time we go live, the Hooligans are there keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have a news board to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. Also, go join jeffmaclive.com. That coupon at the top of the link tree will give you a free week with no strings attached over on jeffmaclive.com. It's not a trial run, it's just a free week. We have a live streaming area over on jeffmaclive.com with a built-in chat that is better than any other platform. It is the best way to experience the live, and I think that alone is well worth the membership. But we also have a private social media area that is called Hooligans Alley, and we have an advanced messaging system with the ability to text, call, video call, group text, group call, group video call, and tons of group chats and more. We're constantly changing, updating, and expanding the website. So definitely go check out that free week before it expires on April 1st. Don't be an April Fool. Go and join the jeffmaclive.com website, the official home of the Hooligans. All right, that's that. We're going to read through the chat really quick, see what you Hooligans think about the whole show today, and then we'll be wrapping things up. Like I mentioned earlier, I have some stuff going on later today, so we will not be live later today, but we will be live again tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I know that President Trump is speaking later today, I assume, and encourage you Hooligans to go and watch the president, hear what he has to say. I assume some of it will be what we had showed earlier on the live today. He's going to be speaking about the Supreme Court ruling, things like that. That's why I covered that earlier today. One, so we know what's going on, and two, because I will not be able to cover the live later today, where President Trump will be speaking live from Mar-a-Lago. I think that live is about 7:15 is when it's scheduled over on Right Side Broadcasting. So big shout out to them for constantly covering President Trump, because a lot of times we wouldn't even be able to see President Trump if it wasn't for Right Side Broadcasting. So big shout out to them. We're going to read through the chat really quick, and then we're going to be wrapping this up. Trying to think. I want to say there was something else I was trying to remember. I got to go to the post office. I got 25 minutes to get there, so we're going to be rolling through this really quick. We got the boobies going on. I'm telling you, we got boobies over on the website, and everyone likes boobies. So come on, man. Come on, man. Everybody's dropping the boobies over here. It's good stuff. Thank you, RK. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for being here, Enter User. Let's see. Hey, I appreciate you, Stoner. Thank you, Island. Thank you, Hooligans, for being here. Thank you, Pumpkin. I appreciate you. Thank you for the compliments. Normal times, the sake. Oh, I got to get some sake for my birthday. You just remind. I might get that later today. Get some plum sake. It has been a while. Sly Dog, really good shoe. I appreciate you, Sly Dog. Let's see. Thank you, Backwoodsman. I appreciate the birthday wishes. Susan, my birthday's on March 11th. That's when we're doing the big birthday unboxing. I might do some social media posts to kind of do a last hurrah awareness for it, because we only got a week until my birthday comes up, and I always tell you guys, I don't want you paying extra for shipping and handling and stuff like that. But if you see my birthday post later today raising awareness about the birthday shenanigans, please share it out. What happens is we do the birthday live, and then half the chat says that they didn't know my birthday was coming up. And it's fine, but it will help raise awareness, because a lot of people want to participate in the birthday shenanigans. We got Hooligans that have been around for years at this point. So if you see those posts on social media, or if you see it on Gilded or the website, please share that stuff out so other Hooligans can see it and take part in the big birthday unboxing. Nah, Sam, you didn't miss the titties. You're just in time. I'm telling you, people go to the website. Not for me, is to see the titties. That's me grifting. You guys tell everyone I'm a grifter. I got titties on my website, and I'm encouraging Hooligans to go look at them. Tell everybody. Tell everybody I'm such a grifter. We grift big over here. I appreciate you, Shannon. Thank you. All right, it's looking like we're good to go. It's that time again. Hooligans. If it'll flip, there we go. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I always get just a big pocket of air right in my stomach when I'm trying to do the pledge. It happens. It happens. Let's see, Sam. We're going to party like it's your birthday. That's what I like to hear, Sam. That's what I like to hear. I'm going to read through the chat really quick. I got to get going because I got 15 minutes or so to get to the post office. I'm just going to fly down there. It should be all right. Let's see, RK, Women's History Month. Respect historical boobs. It is Women's History Month. It's also the Hooligan holiday. We're not covering one over the other. We're going to celebrate them both. It's the Hooligan holiday all month, and it's Women's History Month. What a great month it is. Everything's looking good. Flipping through kitties and titties. That's right, Stoner. That's right. Suzanne, don't get pulled over. I won't. I won't be speeding. I'll just be quick. I think we're good to go. All right, hooligans, get out there and encourage everyone to vote for President Trump. Be safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, for the very next Coffee with the Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.